It's hard to believe that Grand Theft Auto 5 is almost 10 years old. The game was released on September 17, 2013, and since then it's become one of the best-selling games of all time. Even though it's been almost a decade since its release, the game is still incredibly popular, especially with the release of the expanded edition on newer consoles. When GTA 5 was first released in 2013, it was already considered a graphical masterpiece for its time. However, 2 years later, in 2015, Rockstar Games released the game on PC and the newer generation of consoles, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, which provided even more graphical enhancements. The PC version of the game offered players the ability to play the game in 4K resolution and at 60 frames per second, which greatly improved the overall visual experience. Additionally, the game received a number of graphical upgrades, such as increased draw distances, higher quality textures, improved lighting and shadows, and more detailed weather effects. The PS4 and Xbox One versions of the game also saw significant graphical improvements compared to their previous generation counterparts. One thing that's impressive about GTA 5 is how well its graphics have aged. The game was praised for its visuals when it first came out, and it's still visually stunning even by today's standards. The attention to detail in the game's world is impressive, and the character models are still some of the most detailed we've seen in an open-world game. Since the release of GTA 5 PC version, modders have been working hard to improve its graphics even further. Mods were created by passionate members of the community who wanted to enhance the game's visuals beyond what was originally offered by Rockstar Games. During the first few years after the release of the game, the most popular graphics mods included Visual 5, MVGA, standing for Make Visuals Great Again, Natural Vision, and Redux were released. I won't go into detail about Redux, as it turned out that the mod creators simply stole large portions of code from other mods, which was quickly discovered and publicly exposed. Visual 5 is a graphic overhaul modification for the PC version of Grand Theft Auto 5, firstly released in 2015. The mod was created by users named CP and Roby29, and it's known for significantly enhancing the game's graphics, bringing you a completely redone weather effects, edited modificators for areas/interiors, improved color correction, and much more to add some life to Los Santos and Blaine County. It also did some fixes to the rendering code, so the playing experience is more smooth. Authors of the mod had previously worked on a similar mod for GTA 4 called Visual 4. Visual 4 was released in 2010 and was one of the earliest attempts to improve the graphics of GTA 4. The mod was well received by players and was one of the most popular graphics mods for GTA 4. After the success of Visual 4, CP and Roby turned their attention to GTA 5 and began work on Visual 5. The mod quickly became one of the most popular graphics mods for the game. Make Visuals Great Again, made by Competence, gained similar popularity in 2016-17. But it wasn't further developed. An even bigger interest was achieved by the Natural Vision mod. It was created by Modder Raised and was first released in 2016. It was the result of greatly utilizing Reshade and ENB in combination with the Visual 5 mod. Since its initial release, Natural Vision has received numerous updates and improvements and has become one of the most popular graphics mods for GTA 5. Around 2020, many GTA mod creators began opening their Patreon pages as a way to monetize their work and get financial support from the community. Patreon allows fans to pledge a certain amount of money per month to support the creator and gain access to exclusive content or perks. One of the mods that ended up on Patreon was Natural Vision, specifically its latest version called Evolved. The mod gained huge recognition among players and is still very popular and updated to this day. Also, in the period between 2020-21, a mod called Quant 5, which was previously available for free, just like Natural Vision, appeared on the Patreon platform. Since then, it has become the main competitor to the Natural Vision Evolved mod. This mod features different graphics improvements than NVE. It deviates from the warm colors vibe of Los Angeles, going for cooler tones, which has found its fan base. Unlike NVE, this mod does not offer new environment textures and trees models, but it was the first to introduce certain features that its competitor did not have. The mod author, Quant, experiments with shaders for GTA 5, and was the first to provide players with options such as volumetric clouds, raindrops on the screen, and raindrops on vehicles. Over the last 3 years, both mods have been regularly updated, bugs have been fixed, new features have been added, and stability and smoothness have been improved. However, it's becoming apparent that the differences between updates are no longer as significant as in previous years. It seems that the GTA 5 game engine has its limits, and we may have already reached them. While there are still mods being developed and released, it seems like the overall quality of the graphics has reached its peak. This is likely due to the game engine reaching its limits, and the fact that there is only so much that can be done to improve the graphics without access to the game's source code. In December 2022, Grand Theft Auto V has received a new patch that brings ray-traced reflections to the game on PS5 and Xbox Series X and S consoles. This new feature adds a lot more realistic detail to the game, making the reflections on glossy surfaces, such as vehicles, windows, and characters, look more realistic and detailed than ever before. The ray tracing technology works by simulating the way light interacts with surfaces in the game, creating accurate reflections that react to changes in the game's environment, lighting, and objects. However, it's worth noting that this update was not added to the PC version of the game, which has been the platform where the majority of graphics mods have been developed. As GTA 5 is not open source, it is currently impossible for modders to implement ray tracing into the game on PC. Concluding, it's been almost 10 years since the release of Grand Theft Auto V, and during that time, modders have been tirelessly working to improve the game's graphics through various mods. However, it seems that we have finally reached a point where the graphics of the game can no longer be improved upon. Despite the impressive work of modders, the game engine itself has its limits, and it appears that we have reached the maximum potential for graphics improvements. But, as much as we love Grand Theft Auto V, it's time to move on to the next installment of the franchise, Grand Theft Auto 6. Fans have been eagerly anticipating the release of GTA 6 for years now, and with the recent announcement from Rockstar Games that they are currently working on it, it's only a matter of time before we get to experience it ourselves. The graphics of GTA 6 are expected to be a significant improvement over its predecessor. With advancements in technology and the fact that the game will be developed specifically for next-gen consoles, we can expect more detailed textures, better lighting, and improved physics. I'm worried about the future of GTA 6 mods because I cannot help but wonder if the game's graphical quality and gameplay will already be at a level of perfection that will make it nearly impossible for mods to enhance it further. I'm concerned that mod creators won't have as much to work with compared to GTA 5. Modding in Grand Theft Auto games has been a huge part of the community for years, but it's not always easy. With each new game in the series, modding becomes more challenging due to the increasing complexity of the game's files and structure. Adding to the difficulty is the fact that Rockstar Games and Take-Two have not always been the most supportive of the modding community. They have taken legal action against modders in the past, such as Open4, a popular modding tool for GTA 5. This attitude towards modding has caused frustration among many members of the community, including me, who believe that modding is an important part of the GTA experience. What do you think about this? Have you also noticed that graphic mods for GTA 5 have stopped making such a big impression? Let me know in the comments what you think about this, and also what you think about this form of videos. See you next time.